All of this sounds pretty bleak. Sounds like we should just give up on music NFTs. Hello, fellow citizens of the internet. It's your boy, Black Dave, back once again in his yard. To kick off season 2, I thought it would be great to give a State of the Union for music NFTs, thinking about where we are, where we're going. I don't really want to talk about where we came from, but maybe it'll happen. I don't actually plan any of the episodes that you've seen so far. I just have a broad topic. I know people always ask. There's no script. It's just me in my yard talking. As we move into this bull market, you will see that music NFTs are getting no love. I think this is to be expected. I think we spent a lot of time during the bull market trying to find ways to get NFTs into the wallets of people by any means necessary. And that put us in a position where we were recreating the traditional music industry by allowing people to have access to the music for as little as possible and hopefully creating secondary experiences that would allow people to make more. I think that kind of goes against why many of us entered Web3 who make music. We knew that the system was terrible, so we tried to enter a realm where we could create a new one. What ended up happening, and a lot of people believe that it's so that platforms can continue to perform, so platforms can make money, so artists could feel validated. We ended up making NFTs free, or as close to free as possible. Even your favorite music NFT influencer said, let's move the crypto experience out of the way. Let's make NFTs $1. Let's make NFTs free. Let's make gas nothing. I personally think it was too soon for all that talk. I think that the music NFT community and platforms don't know what they're doing yet. We're asking for people to adopt a technology and series of platforms that the people who use it the most don't even know what the fuck is going on. With that being said, people are looking for solutions to the problems. We've seen Sound introduce the feed where people are able to post and comment on songs in hopes of getting a fee if people mint from that post. We've seen Catalog create Catalog Radio. We're seeing Meta Label come back and in this new format be able to better create context around the releases of groups of people. We are seeing Sona, whatever they're called, show up and create a streaming experience combined with a minting experience, collecting experience. Still very early. I did create one on there. We're seeing other platforms start to develop around ideas of context creation, whether that's blogging, whether that's artists being able to create content around the added context of their work. We're definitely going to be entering an interesting era for creators to tell their stories better. We're also looking at a possible era of subscribing to creators or groups of creators. When you're looking at Hypersub by Fabric, creating a Patreon-like experience for people on chain. I think all of these things are interesting. I think the issue we're facing is at the foundational level that music isn't the thing with value on the blockchain. You're seeing artists create experiences that are tied to music, but not necessarily the music itself. TK is working on Garden X, Sound of Fractures with the Sound of Fractures token, myself with the Black Dave token. You'll start to see a lot more of these kinds of things pop up, if not going the subscription route. It makes me wonder if we have failed and need to start back over. I don't think that's a question people want to sort of consider. Have we failed? Do we need to go back to the drawing board? Do we need to give it more time? I don't know. I think this is just where we are right now. Something that I mentioned a few times so far is the idea of collaboration, of collective work. I don't think I'm necessarily talking about DAOs, but more a group of people, a formal group of people working on some shit together, making music together, making art together, creating a split wallet, and everything that they sell splits between everyone creating. Maybe they have a treasury, but it's not so formal as a DAO. This is something I'm personally pretty excited about. Anyone who knows me know that I notoriously hate working with people, but I also love working with specific people. So I have a gang of folks myself that I'm pumped to create things with. Hopefully you guys see that soon. Hopefully you hear about that soon. As we continue into 2024, I don't think we're looking at a trend quite yet that a lot of music creators can follow. And I think with the trends that do pop up, they come and go so quickly that we don't have time to actually participate in them. Normally, the most influential figures are the ones who get to test the new features, so they get the most money from it, and they pretty much dry out the well before regular people who are less popular or well-known in the music NFT ecosystem get a chance. We're definitely going to be looking at a period where artists are trying to create unique things, because a lot of us are realizing that the trends are gone before they come. If you don't, hopefully this is a message that the trends are gone before they come. All of this sounds pretty bleak. Sounds like we should just give up on music NFTs. Everyone who's here is definitely gonna stay if they can. I think a lot of artists are looking for ways to create steam outside of the music NFT ecosystem explicitly. You've seen Jaden Violet's Raver Realm NFTs pop up, where the artwork changes based on how many streams it gets. Domino is doing something similar as well. I'm interested to see how those things go. I'm interested to see if collectors actually give a shit. I think there is a segment of them who do, but I think there's a segment of them who are trying to figure out where the value is. Why should I buy this? Is there gonna be a resale opportunity? Something interesting about being a music artist, especially, is that it takes a long time before you really start to become something. A lot of artists don't see success for a few years, and with that, people who are collecting feel like they're not getting a return on what they've put into collecting NFTs. I feel you. It's definitely tough to be like, yo, is he gonna do anything? But, you know, Schoolboy Q didn't release an album for the last 5 years. And here we are now. I think that if collectors can think a little bit more like that, a little bit longer term, we might be able to create a more balanced relationship between us, artists and collectors, that is. And I'm mostly talking about collectors who are looking for some sort of value capture. There are a lot of collectors out there who understand that you capture the value by the artist being able to continue to create work. We're seeing, and I think we will continue to see, artists create scenarios for patrons, investors, etc., to collect something that is actually an investment in the creation of the product. Whether that's, hey, my music video costs, you know, $4,000 to shoot, so I have a $4,000 NFT for collection, and you will be credited as, you know, the executive producer. Or I have an album that costs $10,000 to make, and 5 people will be credited as executive producers, or whatever it may be. I think that is also a really interesting route to look at. You can break this down, I think, as large or small as you want in terms of number of supporters or patrons. But I think that a lot of music artists are just looking for ways to create more music and better music and experiences. It's hard to do it when you don't know if it's going to come back to you. A lot of artists only have one shot in the real world. So this is an opportunity for us to keep going. If you see potential in someone, this is an opportunity to value them based on that potential as opposed to where they currently are. This is something that I really believe in, valuing an artist based on their potential and not on their current location. Overall, I'm feeling 50-50 positive, negative about the future of NFTs in 2024. I think the spring and summer are going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting to see what ideas people come up with. And I'm sure we'll see a few more PFP projects for music artists share their face, and that will enhance their music. Looking at the last year, seeing how Violetta Zeroni has made over $1 million in secondary volume is insane. And it comes primarily off of the back of a PFP project. You can't really deny that. I'm not so much a fan of music artists creating things that take collectors further away from the music, but I also love to see people get money. Shouts out to Violetta. Thank you guys for listening to this ramble, this rant, this visionary stream of consciousness. I'll see you guys next time.